show me.
What do you want? Wait, don't tell me. You're hoping that I'm going to congratulate you, right? But let me say this. Being a paladin is awful. People always want something from you. You can no longer work in peace and quiet. That's all. Now, I have work to do.
Teach me something.
Okay. What subject should we focus on?
still just as many of the damn things.
You sure?
Yeah.
First person to say that.
You're just talking much.
The ice testing just gives you...
Make it any clearer.
sort of surreal to be walking around here. Without my weapon drawn, I mean. I can't shake the feeling someone might shoot me in the back at any moment.
And one more thing. The invaders are ferocious and determined opponents. If you value your life, you do well to steer clear of Marrakor. They are most active there. You will never bring that woman near me again!
You've made that abundantly clear, yes. Your robots gave us a really warm welcome at the end of the road to Caracas, by the way. Thanks for that.
Yes, I admit I acted rashly. However...
I get it. Nasty can make anyone's blood boil. Even an ELXEll.
perhaps we had best not speak of it again.
What's going on? Any news about the Skyant's troop movements?
We recently had word that a large formation of their troops is approaching. I wouldn't be surprised if they've already taken up positions in front of the depot. They will launch an attack soon. We must prepare for the onslaught.
You should negotiate with them.
They've tried. The principal leading them clearly indicated that he will only accept unconditional surrender. He wants our ELXEll. Needless to say, that is not an acceptable option for anyone here.
Open combat in the depot will cost countless civilian lives.
It can't be helped. We will not surrender the depot without a fight.
I could try and stop them outside the depot.
That would help us a great deal, even if you could only reduce their numbers. We will take up positions here and wait for the attackers. We must prepare for battle.
I need to keep going.
We Albs are the most... Who but we has the right to shape the planet's future?
Very good.
This storeroom is property of the Albs of Ignadon. Entry is strictly forbidden to anyone without proper authorization.
You don't take any prisoners, huh?
When it comes to preserving my people, there is only one directive. And you clearly violated it.
Oh, well, how can I complain when faced with such a valid reason?
All right, let's just relax. What are you doing here?
I'm Naira. I'm in charge of our batteries.
So you're like, what, security?
Security? No, that's not exactly what I'm doing here.
Hang on a minute. Don't I know you from somewhere?
Yes, you do. We met in the domed city in Abessa. I was the only good technician in that cleric settlement. Remember? I was a separatist. It was a long time ago. The rules are different now.
Huh. Yeah, I noticed. How'd you get here?
I lost my home back when I was a separatist. I didn't know what to do. I ended up in the domed city, working as a technician for the clerics. I was doing that when we met. I survived. I even made good money. But it was a life of compromise. I often did things that went against my convictions. Those days are gone.
You're pretty impulsive for someone raised by the Albs.
I am a true Albigan now. There are consequences to that.
And anybody who doesn't do things how you like them gets hit in the head a few times.
You know better than anyone what ELX withdrawal can do. The fight against extreme emotion can be incredibly hard on us.
Fine. I accept your apology.
There has to be a life without ELX. It's the only way we can get our senses under control. That's why I try to stop our ELX as often as I can.
As long as I'm not around when you do. You seem to know me well.
Well, you were a major figure in the court at the Ice Palace. It was a long time ago. But you were under the direct authority of the Hybrid, weren't you?
Pretty dark chapter in my career.
Nonetheless, I still didn't recognize you back then in the domed city. Yet more proof that blue ELX clouds our senses without us knowing it.
There's a new group in Caracas. It calls itself the Sixth Power. Its members have gathered in the old bastion to fight off the invaders.
Why are you telling me this?
You'd be a suitable candidate to join. If you can control your mood swings.
And how do you know I don't sympathize with these alien invaders?
I don't think you'd give up control of your existence entirely. Your expertise and fighting skill would be valuable to the Sixth Power. And to me.
You could be right. I have to admit, your offer has some appeal. I wouldn't be entirely against it. However...
Oh, not entirely against it. The hell does that mean?
You were once an idol to us all. You were the most effective commander the Albs ever had. But that was long ago. You and the Free People have fought a war against us.
I was acting on my own account. That's true. But it wasn't as if I had a choice. The Hybrid would have thrown the Albs to their doom.
Relying on the promises of the Hybrid was a big mistake. But if everything had gone according to plan and the directive...
Then sooner or later the Hybrid would have put all of Magellan's creatures into the converters to snatch the ELX from them. As a separatist, you fought for the old values of the Albs and against the Hybrid. So you should know better, Naira. No one could have survived that, not even the Albs. The Free People and I had to intervene to stop the worst from happening.
Strange hearing that from your mouth, but who knows? Maybe you're right. Maybe not. I'm not sure it matters. Like I said, those days are long gone.
What are your duties here at the depot?
In essence, I am committed to the preservation of our community. My role is evaluation of the secret strategic plans of the other factions. This information would give us an incredible advantage.
Who exactly do you mean when you say us? People in general or just the Albs?
Does it matter?
What happens when there's a conflict between the two?
That's irrelevant. Don't tell me that the Sixth Power wouldn't benefit immensely. If a conflict did arise, the situation would need to be reassessed.
Huh. Well, you've obviously thought this through.
No, but I'll have to do so if it actually comes to that.
However, you must admit there is a risk that our agreement may not last long.
That's always a danger, no matter what the current arrangement is.
Sounds exciting.
It sounds exciting? Wouldn't it make more sense to wait until you know whether it leads to such an emotion?
How exactly is this gonna work? Obtaining the secret strategic plans of other factions.
Why are you so interested?
Well, while you're rotting here in your camp, you really won't be able to get a hold of anything. You're gonna have to leave the depot. And once you're outside, you'll need help if you want to get anywhere.
I see. And you're the one that's going to help?
Why not? I help you, and you become my comrade in arms.
I would need to think about that first.
I don't have much time. Answer me now.
I'll think about it.
Fine. I don't want to rush you, but...
You assure me that you'll ask nothing of me that could harm my people?
I can't promise you that. We're in a war for the survival of mankind.
A general but honest answer. I understand. All right. I'll take my chances. Listen to what I'm planning. We've noticed a few outlaws watching the depot. They're almost certainly gathering intel on our HQ and making strategic attack plans. I want those plans. I need to find out what the outlaws know so I can protect our people from them. If you want to keep your word and support me, then this is your opportunity.
You can count on me. Show me the outlaws you want to steal from.
Very determined, as always. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. See? There they are. They've been turning up here for a while now.
It's just a scout patrol.
Maybe. But I don't like being spied on. They've hidden their strategic plans somewhere in a small repository. We'll search the repository and capture their plans.
What if they catch us doing it?
They're outlaws. No one will miss them.
Or we could just steal the plans out from under them.
And so avoid any open conflict? Good. As you wish. Leave it up to you.
My head. This damn infection. I should train my mind before that thing happens to me. What now? On the other hand, you could just stand here and do nothing. I'll take care of it.
Then give me the order. The result is the only thing that matters.
So, better get out of here before they capture me.
It's almost over!
Get over here!
What now?
I understand you've made... Good. Then I know where I...
So, better get out of here before they capture me.
Don't want trouble? Then quit. You! Get over here!
What now?
I understand you've made... Good.
On the other hand, you could just stand here and do nothing. I'll take care of it.
Then give me the order. The result is the only thing that matters.
So, better get out of here before they capture me. I got the Outlaws' plans.
Excellent work. Give them to me. Well, thank you. I'll check them out later. This has probably helped us to thwart an imminent attack on our depot.
I see that pleases you.
Is that so? Well, we can be very pleased. Even the smallest battles sometimes have a devastating effect on the overall picture.
Okay, so now what?
I have to think about it. I'll stay by your side while I do. And... thank you.
Yeah, don't mention it. How's everything?
Nothing worth reporting. I know you mean well.
You're really a true-born Alb?
That's right.
You sure? I believed that about myself once upon a time.
I've been Alb since birth. I've never been part of any other group. So, yeah. My birth itself was arranged to further the preservation of the Alb people. You know how things were. Only true Albs survived. Anybody who didn't comply or who showed emotion was eliminated. Facts speak for themselves.
Oh, yeah. You really are true-born.
Despite having joined another community, you stop off at the depot. Don't you think your future rests with your own code?
You resent my decision?
No. Something tells me that the final word... No. Something tells me that the final word hasn't been said yet.
How's it?
Nothing.
Poor form. Next.
This entire complex is of no use anymore. It'd be better to raze it to the ground. Save that for when all this is over.
Rearranged.
Look.
Nothing. Exponentially the longer we stay here. Nothing.
This is the Batara former command cell. And where's Principal Tayak?
Without backup, it would be far too dangerous to stay here any longer.
And out of their midst will come men who will tower above all others, and yet be equal to them.
Huh. So you must be Principal Tayak. Didn't know Skyans could speak our language.
What has long rested in darkness has returned to the light of the world. Yes, we speak your language, and yes, they call me Tayak now. A designation of my identity, one that has not completely shed its roots.
You were waiting for me.
I called, and you came.
Why now? Why haven't you tried to negotiate with humans before?
Your attempts to infiltrate Cassandra were impressive. You are worthy of our attention.
What makes you think you have the right to destroy our planet?
It is as much our planet as it is yours, and we will improve it.
Who are you? Where the hell are you from?
The ground beneath you tells our story, but there are few who can remember it now.
But why Magellan? Couldn't you have found another world?
Unless you are aware of an alternative habitat, that is not a viable proposal.
Why invade now? Why not before?
We had not completed our primary research. We would have been unprepared.
You're not giving me straight answers. Just a load of bullshit.
You hear the words, but your mind is too limited to discern the truth behind them.
Why did you call me? What do you want from me?
You are the second humanoid anomaly. If anyone could understand, it would be you.
What the fuck?
You could ask 1,000 more questions, and I could answer them all. And yet your mind would not apprehend this knowledge without the one answer to every question.
And what's that?
Who we are, where we come from, where we are going, and how much time we have left is all at the will of the singularity. It is the source. It is our God. It is the ELXEll. And it will be the end of us all.
More damn riddles. How am I supposed to understand anything if everything you say just raises more questions?
Your thoughts are tied in knots, when really it's all so simple. Let me explain it to you from the very beginning. First, there was desire, a shared obsession for eternal life. We were not the only ones with such a desire. There was another, a scientist and inventor, making his name at what was then called the Infinite Skies Corporation.
You're talking about Dawkins.
It was he who invented the formula for immortality. He who discovered the singularity, a celestial body with the necessary laboratory conditions, many light years away. And so the inventor sent a delegation of scientists there, so that they could make his elixir of life a reality. And they succeeded. The first ELXEll was created. But the inventor was still here on Magellan. If he was to remain alive for the many decades of research ahead, he would need the first derivative of the ELXEll brought to him. And so the comet became the emissary of this miracle, delivering both the ELXEll and the cataclysm that would reduce the planet to ashes. The rest of Magellan's story, you wrote yourself.
Huh. I thought it must have been something like that. Callahan wasn't the only spacecraft sent to save mankind from the comet. There was a second one, carrying a group of scientists. And its name was Cassandra. That's who you are, isn't it? You're the scientist Dawkins sent in search of eternal life. When I first heard what you called yourselves, it sounded like sky ants. But you're not insects. You're not even beings from another planet. You're scientists. And you risked everything, heading into the sky in search of the very essence of life. Everything that's happened to our world over the last 2 centuries. It's because of you. You developed ELXEll and brought it here.
My name was once Taylor. But many years of metamorphosis and cellular renewal turned me into something else. Turned us all into something unique. We became the Skyans. I am Tayak now, the guardian of Betara, one of those who will improve Magellan.
You call what you do improving? Killing everything and everyone and building your own world? We've got another word for that. Genocide.
Those who are worthy will be transformed. All others are expendable.
What was it like, being shot into the sky like that?
We are immortal. We can do things the rest of humanity can't even dream are possible. But it has come at a high cost. After centuries near the singularity, developing the ELXEll, we began to change. But we came to an even more devastating realization. The singularity was moving. Slowly at first, then faster and faster. Even the most hardened skeptics could no longer deny what we had started to suspect. You see, the ELX was not just made near the singularity. Many of the components were actually taken from it.
Does that mean?
Yes. The ELX is part of the singularity, and it wants it back.
That thing. It's on its way here? You stole part of its essence, and now it's coming to take it back. To reunite with the ELX. Is that what you're saying?
Your mind is beginning to see now. To understand.
Why the hell are you telling me this? What do you want?
You are the second humanoid anomaly. You are a DNA replicant of Dr. Adam Charles Dawkins, or Deus, as he is known among Skyans. You have a direct connection to him. Of all living humans, you must know where he is.
As it happens, I have no idea where Dawkins is now. But why is he so important to you?
Those of us who left in the Cassandra space shuttle risked our lives and had to live in open space for decades. Dawkins only had one job. He was to prepare this planet for our return with the first derivative of the ELX we sent him. But when we finally received word from him and returned, well, so much has gone wrong with this planet in our absence.
So you want to make Dawkins pay for not preparing the planet for you? But that's not the whole story, is it? You don't understand why I still resist your infection, do you? Cassandra's computer told me. My superhuman willpower is a mystery, and you're starting to realize I could be dangerous to you. How am I doing so far?
You see much.
So you want to drag me off to your labs and tie me to one of your dissection tables? Of course. And since I'm Dawkins' DNA replicant, you think I must have the same abilities he does. So take me apart, and you learn all about him, too.
Since you seem to understand everything so clearly, there's no need to prolong things. If you can't help us find him, this conversation is over. Dawkins won't be able to hide forever.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Just one more thing.
Enough questions. It is time to study your anomaly. We have very little time before the singularity arrives. We must be prepared. That means expending our knowledge of mutability, and your DNA could save us many years of research. Now, make your way to one of our research cells. You cannot win the battle with the new ELX anyway. Sooner or later, you will become one of us.
Then why are you so eager to take me apart? You don't know shit. Anyway, even if it does come to that, it'll be my decision, not yours.
Enough! We need to finish this now.
Over my dead body.
If that is how it must be.
So be it. Shouldn't have come here!
We're in significant danger here.
Son of a bitch. How's everything? Look, status.
Nothing worth reporting.
Dawkins is the cause of everything that's happened to humanity. The world fell to his arrogance and greed. He wanted nothing more than to prolong his own miserable existence. And now, when the spirits he summoned are haunting him, he disappears. This has to stop. For good. My drone needs to find him. And must put an end to his plans.
So, I'd like to call in a favor with you.
Meaning?
I want you to accompany me on my next mission.
What exactly would that entail?
There's a group of clerics exploring Caracas. I want to know what makes them tick, and what they think about us elves. I want to know their plans, and get an idea of how dangerous they could be to us elves.
I see. Do you know where these clerics are right now?
Yeah, but not for how long. We have to move fast if we're gonna catch them.
Okay, let's go take a closer look at your clerics.
Good. All right, let's go. They usually camp in that area up ahead. We must have the plans on them. If we keep our heads down, we can seize them. But that is not the prime objective in this matter.
But why the clerics? You really think they could be dangerous to you Albs?
The ELX made us emotionless. With our brothers and sisters, the clerics, it's different. They don't take any ELX. That must be a great advantage if you ask me. You go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
Damn it. What's wrong with me? No, not now. Something's happening to me. I think I'm starting to develop the ability to control it. I'm becoming one with the Dark Elix and its properties, just as the Skyants feared. Dawkins, I will find you, and I will finish this. Well, then...
Stop sneaking around. Stop sneaking around.
It's over. I better get out of here. Call them your Follow me. You call... Here.
Thanks. That's really going to help.
Glad to help.
Clerics are philanthropists and have a great deal of empathy. That makes them receptive to many things that we elves are incapable of. It has a lot to do with intuition. It makes many actions seem very irrational to us elves. But from my current perspective, they aren't. We can still learn from our brothers and sisters.
I see. What will you do next?
After checking out the cleric's plans, we need to take a closer look at the Morcons. Ask me again later when I'm ready.
Commander, report. Sensor activity suggests Companion Fox has been captured by Fort Berserkers.
What? How could that happen?
Fox separated from Troop. Fox was alone.
Well, that couldn't have gone any worse. He couldn't even carry out his plan to be rehabilitated at the fort before they got him.
Recommendation: immediate full-spectrum scan of Fort.
Yeah, little guy. I'm worried about him too. Hope we make it in time.
Acknowledged.
Berserkers have made this place more bearable. Gotta give them that. When the outlaws were in charge, it was little more than an oversized junkyard. Not anymore.
How did you get involved with the Separatists?
I got hit by a snowstorm while on routine patrol. I was a long way from the Ice Palace. I got lost. Walked for days through a desert of snow without seeing anything alive. And I ran out of ELXEll. For the first time in my life, I experienced existence without it. I became painfully aware of the kind of life we Albs lead. Our lack of emotion makes us blind. I had to rethink everything at the same time as fighting for survival. I succeeded, as you see.